Hey guys, I'm Melissa. I'm here at Dragon Man's. I have been a little absent on YouTube lately because I have a ton of things to do at all times. However, I want to do this video on suppressors. So as you can see, I have a wide variety of suppressors out and from 4 different companies. A couple of the companies I have 2 or 3 suppressors. So for the last 2 weeks, I have been educating myself on everything suppressor related. So at this point, I kind of have like an overwhelming amount of information about suppressors that I hope to share with you guys, but not make this video super long. So let's get into it. I have a couple here and I'm going to talk to you about all these different suppressors. Hopefully this clears away what type of suppressor you're looking for and what would be the best fit for you based off of the caliber and so forth, and just what you're looking for in an overall suppressor. So the companies that I have suppressors here from are going to be Griffin Armament, Diligent Defense, GSL Technologies, and Dead Air suppressors. From left to right, I have the Dead Air Primal, which is a universal. I have the Phoenix, GSL Phoenix, which is really for subguns, 9mm MP5s, full auto rated. I have the GSL Multicam, anything from 22 to 300 Win Mag, Multicam. Over here at Diligent Defense, I have their Enticer S model, I have their Enticer STI model, and then I have their Enticer LTI model. These are all 30 caliber, caliber specific, not universal, but I'm going to tell you why that might be beneficial for you guys. Then last, I have the Griffin Armament Optimus 9, can handle anything from a 22 LR all the way up to 300 Win Mag. Okay, so now let's get into it. Some of these are going to be universal and some of them are going to be caliber specific. Okay guys, so we're going to start off with the Griffin Armament Optimus 9. This can handle anything from a 22 to 300 Win Mag. These guys are out of Wisconsin. This retails for about $1,095, but it could totally vary depending on wherever you buy this, given map requirements. So essentially, out of the box, I was kind of impressed because it came with all of these components that allow you to configure it to different caliber platforms. So essentially you have your cam lock piston in the housing, cam lock piston assembly, and your minimalist taper mount. This is an additional baffle. If you want to shoot the rifle calibers, you need to put this in. You have a nice little microfiber pouch for the silencer to live in. When you're not using it, you have another little end cap, 22 end cap. And then this is essentially a little micro muzzle comp that will allow it to fit into the taper mount for you to shoot. It is 5.8 by 24, so you can do like 308, 300 blackout, and a couple of other ones. So I'll be sure to put a link to a really good graph that tells you all the different thread pitches for the caliber that you're shooting. So that will be in the description of this video. So the baffling is actually in here. You can take this off and you can essentially clean them and so forth. I'm pretty sure they say that you can clean it. Some suppressor companies are like, don't touch the baffles. It doesn't even allow you to disassemble it and you can't clean it. But with the Griffin Optimus 9, I believe you can. So to get this end cap off, this is the 9mm end cap. You want this on when you're shooting the rifle calibers and obviously like really anything 9mm and up. To get this off, there's actually a little cam lock piston tool inside of the piston booster housing assembly, and you're going to use this tool. That one's for aftermarket parts, and then this guy just fits over here, and that will allow you to just get some leverage. You could use that tool the whole time. I just kind of use my fingers to take off this little end cap right here. For the pistol calibers, real quick, you will have to buy the additional muzzle brakes that seat in here, depending on what caliber you're shooting. You cannot shoot anything 9mm and up. So I believe the only thing this doesn't really cover is like 40 and 45. They say don't shoot those through this suppressor. They do answer their customer service like very easily. So if you have any questions, they are really good about their customer service. All right, so we take that off. Here's your pistol booster housing, and then you have your little cam lock piston right here that comes off, and then this actually acts as a tool for the end cap. So we just kind of use that and go ahead and unscrew that cap off if you want to get to the baffling. And now you can take out all the baffling. So I've actually shot this once before. It will get pretty dirty over time. So if it allows you to clean it, you know, you totally can. You don't have to. It's not gonna like lose its ability to silence the suppression for too long, like for after multiple uses, but you can take it apart, you can disassemble it if you would like to. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put it back on. Over all these, so we're gonna put that 9mm cap back on. If you do shoot 9mm or 22, you can go ahead and put the 22 cap on, and that just allows for a smaller bore diameter. Okay, so now we have our suppressor, our body. If you want to shoot like 300 blackout or really like anything rifle caliber and up, you're going to go ahead and take that extra baffling system, go ahead and put it in like that. Essentially take your little micro brake. It will screw in here, and this will screw into direct threading onto your barrel. And now, and definitely use like a torque wrench or so forth. And they give you this guy. You can use, there's like a lot of different configurations these tools can be used in. So I actually just tightened it with one of the tools. And now this will essentially fit on here. Okay, and then there you go. You have, I believe this is the like mid-size configuration or the long config. This configuration right here can handle anything up to 300 Win Mag. So this is really like the largest one, the largest configuration. And then if you do the 1/2 by 28, 5.56, that's going to be sort of the minimalist one. And then if you want to just use this, you can use like their Plan A. It's a different adapter piece that goes in here, and then you can shoot a lot of other different calibers up to, you know, different calibers. You essentially start losing the larger calibers once you kind of go down in sizes. So the largest one will handle the 300 Win Mag. So there we go. This fits on, and make sure you have that 9mm end cap on. Now let's say you want to go to a pistol platform, and this will handle any sort of tilt pistol platforms. If it's like a fixed barrel, like your like Beretta 92s and so forth, it will not handle that. When you bring that slide back, the pistol does start to tilt up. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about tilt barrel pistols. It's not a fixed barrel, it is a tilt barrel. Take out your extra baffling, and then you're going to take your pistol booster housing assembly. You get all these cool names for them that I'm not going to be using in the other suppressors, but I'm just proud of myself for learning all their names for the most part, not even near what the terminology, extensive terminology that the employees over there have, but yeah. So you're going to get the brake adapter that fits the pistol that you have. This essentially goes in here, and then you can just trade that out, and then you're going to use that little adapter. So you have to buy the additional adapter for the pistol that you're shooting, and then that will essentially fit into the piston booster housing assembly. Say that 5 times fast. We are going to take this to the range, and you can actually see how much it suppresses some sound on some of the firearms that I have. Okay, my cameraman, he's been eating snacks because this is the Griffin armament took a while, so we'll just forgive him for that. Diligent Defense. So I love everything about this company. I love their customer service as well. I have to give a big thanks to Brandon. He's been helping me. He sent me these, and he's just been extremely accommodating to all of my questions and so forth. So the Diligent Defense suppressors, we got the S, the STI, and the LTI. These are 30 caliber rated. I would not recommend shooting anything lower than like 5.56 through them, or sorry, yeah, lower than 5.56 223. They're not really made for 9mm. The bore diameter on some of these is just too small to handle the 9mm. It'll just be super tight. So these are more specific to the larger rifle calibers. The difference between these, so essentially Diligent Defense, he's out of Pennsylvania. They are a newer company. When you open up the box, it is pretty simple. These are caliber specific. So it did come with the 5.8 by 24 adapter plates in there, direct thread. And then you get, I believe there was, all these stickers and so forth. And then just a little piece of paper like saying that, you know. So on all of these, it says firing schedule. They do give you a warning, limit rapid fire usage to 1 to 2 mags, and then allow 1 minute of cooldown per mag used to minimize operating at extreme temperatures. That's very similar to all of these. You don't want to just like run them nonstop, especially if it's like a 4.5-inch barrel. So the difference between these is this one is going to be about 10 ounces, 10.5 ounces. The STI is 9.3 ounces. And then the Enticer is actually 13 ounces. So it is a little bit heavier. They are all full auto rated. I really like this one. I've already shot it because I just couldn't wait. These are super light. So the thing about Diligent Defense is that they're a fraction of the weight of all of these other suppressors. So, and it also is supposed to be some of the quietest suppressors out there. So we're going to test that. I did notice when I shot this, it was extremely quiet. So for how light they are, they actually put out really quality suppressors. So definitely check them out. This one is going to be a little bit larger. The difference, I'm not entirely sure. I never asked him, but I'm guessing that maybe there's a larger suppressor rating with the larger one. But these all retail for anywhere between about like $700 to maybe $850, depending on where you buy it from and so forth. So the reason why you might find it more beneficial to buy a caliber 30 cal rifle rated suppressor instead of the universals is, as the saying goes, the universals are kind of the jack of all trades, master of none. So they do suppress the sound, but maybe not as much as the caliber specific suppressor. So if you really want additional suppression, go with the caliber specific suppressor of your platform. 5.56, get the 5.56 suppressor. 9mm PCC, get the 9mm PCC carbine suppressor. So, I do have to note that they test them on 4.5 inch barrel length ARs, and he didn't post this, I think, publicly, but he showed me some videos that they had done with different suppressors from well-known companies, and they essentially shot them full auto. Some of them totally blew out or completely damaged the internals out here, and their suppressor was not damaged. So I actually thought that that was very impressive. So newer company, but definitely up and coming. GSL suppressors. I love these suppressors. They were very easy to understand. The simplicity of use was extremely appreciated. So I have a multi-cal universal suppressor here. This one, the length 7.5 inches, diameter 1.5, 16 ounces. So as you can already tell, like 17 ounces, 16 ounces, I think that one's like 18. The Diligent Defense was like half the fraction of that. This has a reduction rating, sound reduction rating of 32 decibels. So it definitely suppresses the sound a lot. These guys are out of Michigan. So shout out to Michigan. This one's gonna be a more caliber specific, the Phoenix. It's really for subguns, MP5s. I'll post some footage. I already shot this one. I shot them all, right? Like I just can't wait. Round one. Box. This one has, again, like the Griffin Armament, a lot of different products, you know, adapter pieces, muzzle comps, muzzle brakes that you can already out of the box put on your firearm, quick detach or direct thread. And then it comes with a spanner wrench. Handle anything from really like 22 all the way up to 300 Win Mag. The only thing that I found, I don't know, I guess a little inconvenient is to get this initial one off, and I have it out a little bit so I can unscrew it. But if it's really on there, you actually have to screw this muzzle brake onto the barrel and then put this in. I kind of just put it in and then I use that as like a tool to get it out. But if it's on the barrel, you can just, again, unscrew it, quick detach. But if you want to fit on, let's say like an AK-47, all these other different thread pitches, 1/2 by 14 left hand, 1/2 by 13, you're going to buy the different muzzle comps that fit that thread pitch, and then they're all quick detach for this suppressor. Okay, so once you get that out, the plate adapter for the quick detach muzzle brakes, you're gonna have just, again, like another little plate retainer and then a spring. In here they say don't really take this apart, you don't really need to clean it, and actually you can tell the difference between that one and that one. This one, like the baffles don't come out. All right, so now we're gonna actually put that back in, take that out, and then with a direct thread. So I really like this one because it came with the 1/2 by 28 adapter already. You didn't need to buy any additional muzzle brakes for it. And then it also came with the 5/8 by 24, 308, 300 blackout thread adapter as well. So now let's say I wanna shoot a pistol. I'm gonna do the 1/2 by 28 thread pitch or 5.56, 223. That just now screws in, And then we're going to take this spanner wrench, put it on the little indentations here, like that. And then this is going to be used to now tighten it. You could probably also put it on your pistol and tighten it that way as well. This is a clear gun. Checked it, cleared it, and did the sight test, the finger test. I gotta say that, otherwise you guys will get on me. Okay, we'll take that off. Most 9mm, not all, but most are gonna be 1/2 by 28 as well. Now, would I actually use this on this handgun? Probably not, because the suppressor is literally as big as the gun, but it fits. And it's like so gratifying when the thread pitches match up. I mean, maybe it's a little overkill, but we're gonna test it today and see if it works. So it fits. Okay, so if you have any questions whatsoever, Kevin at GSL and Greg, I think I talked to them as well. Really nice guys, definitely happy to answer all of your questions. All right, the GSL Phoenix is a little bit longer than the Fat Man. They have all these cool names for their suppressors, and definitely check them out. They have a ton of full auto, like Mac 10 Uzi rated suppressors. The GSL Phoenix is really for like MP5s, so it's 8.7 inches long, 2 inches in diameter. It's kind of a, this should be called the Fat Man. 8 ounces heavy. So again, that diligent defense, really light, and it reduces the sound reduction by 40 decibels. So does come with the tri-lug adapter, so you need to have a muzzle brake with the tri-lug muzzle brake on it, and then it essentially just like you push it down and you can go and shoot. So this one's really cool. I did ask Kevin if you could use this on a standard 9mm. He said no. Why? It's on my phone, and my cameraman's using my phone. Okay, last and final suppressor. Okay, so the Primal. These guys are actually out of Utah. I actually did a whole video on this Primal, so I'm not going to really get too much into it. But you can definitely watch that video. But real quick, this is their Primal Dead Air, and essentially they're saying that this is like the suppressor that eats everything. It is universal, anything from 9mm all the way up to like 458 caliber. It is a 458 caliber suppressor, and it can handle energies up to 338 Lapua. So essentially they're saying this will last a really long time. It's 7.9 inches in length, 1.6 inches in diameter, 16 ounces, and stainless steel body, nitride attachments, and energy rating is 5,100 feet. Okay, so this is a pretty nice suppressor. We definitely shot this a lot on like the full auto Scars 308. If it can handle that Scar, it can definitely handle anything else. Out of the box, they do have some like nice packaging. I think Dead Air does a really great job with their marketing. You get some kind of spanner tools in there. Sorry, you get some tools in there. It does also come with a thread adapter for it to fit onto different outer muzzle brake threading. So it does not come with any direct threading. I think this, unlike the other universals, the Griffin, the GSL, it comes with the least amount of accessories, but you do pay, I think it's like $8.99, so it is actually like $400 cheaper, so that's probably why. However, this one I bought some JMac custom muzzle brakes. It threaded really nicely onto my Galil, so it was, you know, perfect threadings. So just make sure, again, you call them up, you look on their website, and get the adapter for the caliber that you're shooting. All right, guys, well, that was a lot of information. Think about the time that I had to put in to learn all of it, and I probably still even left so much stuff out. Let me clean this up, and then I'm gonna go over the guns, the firearm platforms that I'm going to be shooting on the range today. In case it's a little windy out there, I'm gonna go over them so that you don't miss a beat. Okay, don't change the station. All right, so these are just a couple of platforms that we'll be shooting at the range today to test the suppressors. So starting all the way at the end, our Dragonfire 308 platform that we actually have with our logo on it and so forth. Over here, Dragonfire. If you want one, you have to get on the list for them. The list is actually we're getting a hold on it, so give us a call. We can put your name on the list. This is .308 caliber, 5.8 by 24 thread. Then we have our SCAR. Can't go out there without a SCAR. This is the SCAR 16 SCAR Light. It's shoots 5.56 or 2.23. It's got a 1/2 by 28 thread pitch. That one had an EOTech optic on it. This has a Met Pro Light optic on it. Added Israel. Really like those. This is also full auto rated, so we'll probably shoot some full auto stuff out of that one. Our Dragonfire we've also converted to full auto. So this is again 5.56 2.23. We'll probably test another can, maybe a caliber specific can, Diligent Defense versus a multi-cal can. Galil, my personal Galil. Still need to switch out the handguard, haven't gotten that done yet. JMac comp on it, fits that like Primal really nicely, so just goes right on. 760 by 39. I got the Vortex AMG UH1 optic on here. I am obsessed with this optic. It's got night vision on here and all that. So we'll shoot those. I tried to find some sub 760 by 39, but unfortunately it didn't happen. The ammo stuff is still kind of weird. Then we have a NAC 9mm AK. Got a little Vortex, what is this, like the Crossfire on here. Don't have a stock on it, but it's 9mm, so I can just kind of like hip shoot it. 300 blackout, could not shoot a suppressor without a 300 blackout. This is also my personal, can you tell? It's Daniel Defense PDW, and this muzzle brake is actually for Surefire comp. So I'm gonna take that off, and then I have the Aimpoint Acro on here, Reptilia mount, and the Maxim Industries brace on here. So I got some subs. We're gonna put some subs through it. Should shoot really nicely. And what else? I have never seen a suppressor on a sub 2000, so I thought that would be really cool to do. I have been wanting to do this for some time now, but I haven't found any time. We're gonna put maybe suppressors on here. They might kind of look dumb like I showed you because they're really big. But Shadow Systems, this is the MR920, and then the Alpha Foxtrot Glock clone. They're AFCs. I really want to see the difference in how these shoot, Shadow Systems versus the Alpha Foxtrot. All polymer, and then pretty much reinforced aluminum in a steel slide. So we'll see how that goes. And then this bad boy, the 300 Win Mag. So I really want to test the suppressors on the Ultimate. They all say they go up to 300 Win Mag, so why not test it on a 300 Win Mag? The only downside is we could not get this muzzle brake off to save our lives. So we're hoping that once we shoot it a couple of times, it heats up and then we can get it off. If we can get it off, I'm gonna slap a can on there. We'll see how it sounds. If we can't, we're just gonna shoot it without it, because with or without, this 300 Win Mag by Alex Pro Firearms is like super cool, and I'm obsessed with it. So definitely get one of these. If you want one, give us a call. We're a direct dealer, so. Okay, all right guys, let's head to the range.